Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Thursday, July 27th, 2023, and I just wanted to take a look at more technical things, so to speak. First, I want to start with eyeballs that are being scanned so you can receive cryptocurrency from WorldCoin, and I thought that was very interesting. This is apparently, let me see. New cryptocurrency offers users tokens for scanning their eyeballs, and this is being launched by CEO of ChatGPT developer OpenAI. So it's called WorldCoin, and if you scan your eyeballs, you will receive 25 tokens, which is the equivalent to about 40 pounds. And it's very, very interesting that this is coming out. And this is to make sure that people are verified humans, so that they don't have anything to do with bots or anything else. And I actually looked at Sam Altman. He is the CEO of OpenAI, and it's very interesting to see. He's been in tech for a long time, actually, since a very young age. And he also supported Democratic presidential candidate Mr. B, so that's interesting. And he was also invited to attend the Bilderberg conference of the Bilderberg conference in 2016, 2022 and 2023, which I thought was very interesting indeed. So I saw actually a clip or a video clip of people standing in line to have their eyeballs scanned. And I thought that was very interesting. What is this about? Is this really to show people to program from the dark energies to see this is where it's going to? We want to scan you. We want to scan your eyeballs. We want your fingerprints. We want your facial recognition. So I just want to take a look at it, and interesting enough, the first thing that fell out was the magician, just by shuffling the cards. And the first card I got was the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands as the central card. We have the Eight of Wands in the past. We've got the Moon card underneath the Queen of Wands, and for the future we have the Fool and the Eight of Cups. So that was very interesting, especially to me. This feels like this is again a white hat operation, showing people things. And of course people are going to be in line. It wouldn't surprise me at all if these people are actually being paid to stand in line, because they do that as well. Paying people to create like that it's popular and change people's opinions, you know, some kind of peer pressure. They use that in groups of people. So when enough people go along with something, other people will follow. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if these people that are standing there are actually paid one way or another, and obviously they're going to get certain tokens, and that will draw in people as well. So that's interesting, but I think this is really about bringing people back into their own power, having everything we need to create and manifest what we want, but realizing that we do not want to give away our control outside of ourselves through all these hoops that we need to jump through with the fingerprints, with the eyeballs. And of course, they're trying to program things. The dark energies still try to gain control of everything. That's why they also want control of the DNA. And with birth, most of us have had like this Yule sting. So they take our DNA then. And of course, they try to get your DNA in all kinds of ways. You have all these organizations that will find out where your DNA is from if you send it in, which is a perfect way for them to have your DNA on file. And obviously they want as much information as possible from you. These have all been ways to find out things about you. Just with mobile phone, they use of course facial recognition or your fingerprints. For some official papers, I believe here for passports, for identity cards in the Netherlands now, there are fingerprints that you need to give before they'll give it to you. There are all these things they try to introduce. But this with the eyeballs is really to show people again. And we're moving away from this. especially with the Eight of Cups. This is moving away, consciously leaving this behind, following a completely new, different way of looking at things. It can still, because we have the moon, may seem like it is from the dark energies. And like I've mentioned, Mr. Altman was invited to the Bilderberg conference, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think some changes has been made there as well, just like with Davos and Mr. Klaus. I think things have been happening behind the scenes, and they don't really have a choice anymore. So I think this is brought out to show this again, to wake up people again. And this isn't really about programming anymore from the dark energies, but to show what they were going to do, what's going to happen. A lot of people are completely oblivious to that part and have no issues having facial recognition on their phone. So that's easy, then no one can access my phone. That's true in a way, although the people that supplied with that program now have your facial recognition as well. And of course, they will have methods to get in your phone one way or another and follow you around anyway. So things are coming out more and more. But I think this is really a white hat action to show people things, to become aware, to putting us back into our own strength and power and realize that we don't want this. I believe the new quantum financial system will be more following consciousness. I have no idea exactly how that's going to work, but I do believe that we won't need to jump through all kinds of hoops to get there. And of course, if we do have to supply information, it will be handled in a very different way than what the dark energies wanted to do. They just wanted full control and knowing everything about us. So that's the energy I got from this entire thing with the eyeballs and the scanning and the cryptocurrency world coin. I do believe that this is not really going to go anywhere, but this is to show people, and this is so we can move away from what's going on there. The second thing I wanted to take a look at is something here in the European Union. There is a Digital Service Act, and it will start on the 25th of August 2023. And a lot of people are very afraid of this. This is actually about, well, they bring it as protecting consumers and the fundamental rights online, establish a powerful transparency and a clear accountability framework for online platforms, which means that they are not allowed to spread disinformation, which of course is going to be decided by the European Union what that is. And foster innovation, growth and competitiveness within the single market. You know, they always bring this as this great thing to protect people, because that's always how they bring things. And this is about protection of your rights and making sure that you don't deal with shady companies and when they're trying to sell you things. But a lot of fear is related to the fact that they could start wiping certain platforms clean of certain information. I first of all wanted to mention that this has been happening for a long time already. It's almost like people see this. It's just like with the treaty with the WHO, where everyone was like, well, if they sign this treaty, then everything is given away and we're not sovereign anymore as a state, as a country. That's been going on anyway. All those things that were mentioned in the treaty, the World Health Organization already had that control for the past 3 years. So this treaty is not going to change anything. It's going to show what's really been going on. And the same with this. How many people lost accounts? How many people have been banned from Facebook or from other platforms because of saying things they wanted to, or at Twitter, they're now of course called X. So many things have changed there now that Elon Musk came in and changed things, so people can actually say things and it now stays there. It's not taken away, you're not banned, you're not losing your account. It's been happening for a long, long time. The dark energies purposely put media in place, and of course social media and all these platforms, to create a narrative, to program people. It was all focused on that. If you look at TV series, you look at films, it was all about programming. And they're losing that now. So they try to come up with this. That's how I see it from the European Union. And of course, the companies themselves will have to pay for that, because I don't think the European Union has any money left. Not sure if they have the people to start doing this. So I just wanted to take a look at this energy of what will happen, you know, the 25th of August. If I'm not mistaken, it will be completely implemented in 2024, and there will be like a transition period. But to be very honest, when I look at these things, that's been happening for years now, where people are not allowed to say what they want to say, where scientists against the policies of being, you know, they're not allowed to open their mouths, they're being ridiculed. It's been happening for years now. So this act is not going to change that much in that regard. So the first card I've got is the 5 of Wands. I've got the central card, which is the 7 of Pentacles. In the past, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Underneath the 7 of Pentacles, we have got the Hanged Man. And for the future, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the... No, this way. The 6 of Cups, which is interesting. It has to do with children again. And I just got an extra card to clarify, which is the Queen of Pentacles. I just thought it was interesting that again, we have a 6 of Cups. So just look at right now. There's of course a lot of strife going on. People are worried, are like, can I still express myself? Are we going to lose the independent platforms? I don't think that's really going to happen, especially with these cards. It's kind of standing still, and this is about patience. So before anything will really be put into action, I think that it will take a long time, and I don't think we're going to see that really happening. And the interesting thing is that I think these things that are now being implemented or brought in are going to be used for something completely different. I think it's going to be used to find out about children and things on social media. Because let's face it, this is about taking care of children and protecting them. That's what the Queen of Pentacles does. I think this is going to be used to search for other things. Because let's face it, lots of social media like Facebook, like Instagram, Twitter well, I think that's changed now, and it's also been mentioned by Elon Musk that there were things going on Twitter. Use these platforms for completely different things concerning children, concerning other trading, and that is probably going to be changing. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if it's going to be used for something completely different. And really, I don't think we need to be afraid that something will stop on August 25th and that suddenly in the European Union we are not allowed to express ourselves anymore. To be very honest, if things would happen, we'll find another way. We've been finding another way for all this time when the media had full control of the narrative. They're losing it now. But for a very long time, they were in charge. They actually, you know, the dark energies created all these media with all their influences and all these social platforms where they decided what was information and what was not important for people to know. They've had this power for so long, and that's changing right now. But I don't think this is going to change very much. I do not believe that on August 25th, suddenly we won't be able to express ourselves anymore. And we have to watch out what we are putting on, you know, on our Telegram account or maybe, you know, other accounts. Although I do believe with Facebook, you kind of have to watch out. But I notice more and more people are capable of putting information on there and they are not being banned immediately. Some people will, of course, but a lot of people get through the cracks, so to speak. And on Twitter or X, you can really put a lot of things now about stings, about damages, about things like that, about children. And it's not disappearing anymore. It's not changing anymore. And I think they're losing control. So the dark energies are still trying to do something, but I don't think this is going to have any effect whatsoever. So I'd like to leave it at this and hope to see you in another video. Bye.